O thou who givest sustenance to the universe, from whom all things proceed, to whom all things return, unveil to us the face of the true spiritual sun, hidden by a disk of golden light, that we may know the truth and do our whole duty as we journey to thy sacred feet. Welcome, my beautiful wise ones, and solstice greetings to you. I'm in the garden of the tea room at the moment. There's not much sun, but I'm sitting amongst the roses, which I love. And I'm drinking a tropical green tea, which, believe you me, tastes as good as it sounds and smells as good as it sounds too. I wanted to celebrate the solstice with you. It's a magical time when the power of the sun is at its highest and the days are much longer than the nights. The nights are at their shortest. The sun represents healing, success and abundance, and the earth warms and yields under its radiance. This is a great time for hope and positivity, and we really must garner all the power of the sun at this time and join together and hope for better things to come. In the woods, the Oak King and the Holly King are fighting. The Oak King is the god of the waxing year, and the Holly King is the god of the waning year. And at this time of year, of course, the Holly King prevails, because even though the sun is at its zenith and at its most powerful, we know that from this day on, the sun begins to lose its power as the tides turn and the year begins to wane, and the Holly King takes up the baton until the brothers meet again once more at the winter solstice. And there'll be many people getting up early or maybe staying up all night to watch the rising of the sun on the solstice morn. In this country, particularly at the sacred sites of Avebury and Stonehenge, there'll be drumming, fire eating, singing, dancing and making merry. It's a fire festival after all, and there'll be lots of energy and excitement as the dawn is awaited. And those moments just before dawn, when the night is no longer, but the day is not yet begun, reminds me of the rune Dargars. Dargars is the rune of the day, and it promises enlightenment because the sun chases away all shadows and it reveals all that's hidden. But Dargars also speaks to us about those transitions from one state of being to another, where one door, one chapter is closed, but the next door, the next chapter has not yet begun. And those spaces in between are filled with anticipation, excitement, trepidation, fear even. In a mundane sense, those are the times such as when we've left one job but we've not yet started a new one, or we're leaving school and we're waiting to start uni, or the major transitions in life. We've become a parent, or we've committed to a partner, and of course the last transition at the end of life, from one state of being to another. So Dargars talks about all of those magical spaces. And the rune Dargars was often carved into doorways, because if you think about it, doorways are quite magical spaces too, aren't they? A doorway is the threshold from one area to another. And in magical and spiritual circles, we talk about that, don't we? We talk about doorways, thresholds, portals, hinting at the mysteries that lie on the other side. whatever that might be. So Dargars signals that the tide is beginning to change. The mystery is that that moment of change from one state of being to another is impossible to define. We arbitrarily decide that the day begins when the sun's rim emerges on the horizon. But that point changes wherever your location is. And after all, the sky is light for many minutes before the sun appears. Sadly, the life-bringing, joy-bringing, success-bringing of the sun, the power of the sun, is being demonized. We're told that it's bad for us to sit in the sun. We're told that the sun threatens our very existence. There's concern over solar flares and what that might mean for the future of the planet. And there are those that think it's a good idea to spray chemicals into the sky to dim the sun, to deprive us of those beautiful blue skies, until, far from reducing the heat, we find ourselves wrapped in a haze of suffocating humidity. They're trying to convince us that it's normal that there be a white film and haze constantly in the sky, and that a blue sky, a bright azure blue sky, is a rare thing. But of course, we know better. The sun is our life force, and very little can survive or thrive without it. We know that. We only have to look around us. In the garden, all the plants are leaning in the direction of the sun. For those of us that are down with low mood, we know that we feel better when the day is sunny. We know that we feel better when we walk in nature and feel the warmth of the sun on our backs. And we know that our bodies really need that vitamin D in order to function properly. In all our worry, fear, and uncertainty of current times, I take comfort in remembering that our ancestors, for eons past, have risen on a solstice morn to worship the sun, because they know how valuable it is. And I remind myself that for eons after I've left the earth, those that come after us will continue to rise on solstice morn and celebrate the life-giving sun. Join with me and the ancestors in giving gratitude for the life-giving, joy-giving, success-bringing, abundance-feeding of the sun. And know in your heart that this is time to harness that power. As the sun chases away all the shadows, as the sun reveals what is hidden, let's join together in sending that power out across the world and banish all the darkness that threatens us. Now, wise ones, thank you so much for all your support and for your messages. I absolutely love to hear from you. I love to hear your stories. And keep a lookout, keep returning to the tea room, because I've got a couple of very interesting guests lined up for you. So enjoy your tea in the sun. Blessings.